The crimson dust swirled, clinging to the console surfaces as Kaelen addressed his squad. "Prepare for immediate departure. Hegemony is our priority." His voice, though measured, carried the weight of 1,000 unspoken fears. The fractured transmission from the sector had painted a grim picture, whispers of encroaching darkness, cryptic references to shadows, and the ever-present spectre of the Serpent's awakening. Lyra maintained perimeter security. Rhys prioritized analyzing the residual temporal distortion signature. Kaelen continued, his gaze sweeping across the faces of his team. He felt a phantom touch, a ghost of Xylari's guidance, a reassurance that was no longer present. The severance had been necessary, a brutal sacrifice to stabilize the anomaly, but the silence left a void that echoed within him. Lyra's voice crackled over the comms. "Acknowledged, Kaelen. Tensions are high. Factions loyal to the Concordance are clashing with those embracing the archive revelations. It's unstable." She paused, the grim undertone coloring her words. "We're receiving fragmented reports of skirmishes erupting across several key sectors. The information is unreliable, clogged by propaganda and outright fabrication." Rhys, hunched over his diagnostics panel, grunted in agreement. "The distortion signature is unusual, Kaelen. It's not a natural occurrence. It's organized, almost deliberate, and it's resonating with traces of Xylari energy. The extinct civilization, remember? The ones who supposedly mastered shadow manipulation." He swiped at his brow, a sheen of sweat glistening on his forehead. "The law speaks of beings that dwell beyond the veil, beings that feed on fear and despair. They were sealed away millennia ago, supposedly, to prevent them from consuming the galaxy." Kaelen felt a chill crawl down his spine. The Xylari were more than just an academic footnote. They represented a forgotten age of power and peril. The archives, did they contain information on the Xylari? "They did," Rhys replied, his voice strained. "But much of it was fragmented, encoded with complex algorithms. I'm still working on deciphering the full extent of their knowledge, but what I'm saying, it's not encouraging. They believed that the Serpent was not merely a creature, but a manifestation of the shadows themselves, a gatekeeper to a realm of endless night." A distorted voice suddenly erupted over the comms, cutting through their conversation. The signal was chaotic, overlaid with static and unsettling whispers. "The Concordance is a lie. The light is fading. Embrace the shadows. The Serpent awaits." The transmission abruptly ended, leaving a ringing silence in its wake. Kaelen's hand tightened around the hilt of his energy blade. "That was not a standard broadcast," he said grimly. "Someone is manipulating the comms, spreading disinformation, and deliberately inciting chaos." "I'm running a trace on the signal's origin," Rhys said quickly, his fingers flying across the console. "It's being masked, routed through multiple relay stations. Whoever is behind this is skilled, resourceful, and very well connected." "Prepare the Stardust Kaelen ordered. We leave in 5 minutes. I want a full security sweep of the ship before departure. No one gets left behind. We're going to Hegemony to find out what's really happening." He stared out at the swirling crimson dust, a sense of foreboding settling deep within his soul. The galaxy was changing, and he had a feeling that the future held a darkness far greater than anything he had ever imagined. The key, the shadows, the Serpent, the puzzle pieces were scattered, and he was the one tasked with putting them back together, even if it meant staring into the abyss itself.